I think the role of employers is a difficult one to understand in higher ed right now, or the way they make the connections. We hear, the most common thing you hear from the employers in surveys or things like that is, the graduates are not prepared. Then you ask them, well, what do you want them to be prepared in? And they say things like soft skills. And then you say, what soft skills? And no one can really tell you exactly what that is. Working in groups. Well, colleges don't actually teach working in group. That's not a class. Written skills, obviously, they want people who can write. So there are 1,000 classes you can take in college that'll make you a better writer. Some reasoning, obviously, there's plenty of courses at college you can take to do that. I feel like they don't really know how to, and I hear this actually more recently from employers themselves. They recognize that they're not very good at identifying specifically what it is that they need. I think this is a really hard divide, though, to broker, because, well, what an insurance company needs is actually very different than what a biopharma company needs. And so there's not one employer or one set of employer skills. The Chronicle did a forum a few months ago up in Boston where we talked to employers and we talked to college career counselors, and my session was with the employers. And they were the first to admit that they don't really make themselves clear, and there's not really a very good system in place to have these kind of conversations. And you could try to do them as one-offs, but career centers only have 3 or 4 people who work in them. At most schools, maybe 10, maybe more now. They're getting bigger and bigger, but still, there's only so many people who work in a career center. There's gazillions of companies out there. We need a better system for helping employers make clearer to colleges what they're looking for in recent college graduates, younger ones and older ones, and then kind of have a way to have better communication around that. You can't just do this as because I think it needs to be, in the same way as I discovered in this report, colleges would do well to work not just one-offs with industries, but one-off with companies, but with industries to to offer certificates for certain industries rather than just company at a time. I feel like at the Career Counseling Center, it has to sort of work at the same level. There needs to be a lot more maybe colloquia or collaborations with, maybe there ought to be maybe the college career center people ought to be going to the bio industry, to bio every year and understanding what bio companies need, or be going more to these industries and understanding it from that industry perspectives, and vice versa. I don't think that they have a systemic way at all to talk to each other.